Morning. This is day 2. I'm in Glentonar, Taina. I'm here and then planning to walk to Mount Keane, which is, I'm not sure, don't think it's on the map. This way. It's not even on the map. You can see it here. So it's right on the edge of the estate. So it should be good. It's about 18 miles. But beautiful spot. Looking forward to this one if it stays dry. Friendly looking horse. We're just still in the estate on the road here. Then heading up into those hills over there. It's looking a little bit grey and misty, but we've still got to get out. I haven't travelled all this way to sit at camp. A lot of history here, I'm guessing. On the official, well, the start of the official route now, so we're in the proper estate. Quite a bit of activity from the, I'm guessing they're the workers. Bank holiday Monday. It may not be bank holiday in Scotland, so I'm not sure. One thing I am finding with the GoPro is the batteries are not liking the cold temperatures at all. Like, I'm camping, so they're not that warm, and I've gone from 40% to now 9% just this morning in about an hour. Maybe not even an hour. I should have enough for the end of the trip, but it is slightly worrying when they are so temperamental. Wow. The fog or mist, whichever it is, rolling down off the hills. Easy walking there. You could definitely cycle quite a lot of this and then somehow lock the bikes up when it gets too difficult, climb the Mount Keane and then cycle back. Just going to use up the last of this battery. We're on 1%. See how long real-time percentages last. It's like a phone percentage. The last 10% always lasts ages, isn't it? Still going. Cool, that's a fast flowing river stream. Almost looks like rapids up there. Further along the track now. Look at that. It's drastic, isn't it? That really is rapids down there. About 4.5 miles in now. Coming off that mountain faster. Still more of the track. I think we're probably 2 miles left on this before we get onto the mountainous bit. I think that's just a shack rather than a tent. This definitely could have been cycled if I had a bike. It's enjoyable, but it's just kind of a bit boring, really. Should we have a look inside this place? Halfway hut. Hopefully there's no gremlins in here. Hello? Oh, sleeping bag and stuff. That's cool. I suppose it's a mini boffy, isn't it? First real view of some hilltop ridges. Can't even see the top of that one. But Mount Keene is way off into the distance, that way. Interesting to see what it's like as we get further, because even though it's, what time is it? It's 20 to 10 at the minute. Those clouds don't look like they're clearing anytime soon. But then the one in the distance seems quite clear. This would be stunning on a summer's day. It still is quite beautiful, but it's a little bit cloudy and grey. But then if it was a 20 degrees clear sky, everyone would be up here, and the midges would be out as well. And I kind of like this weather there. It feels real. This is the type of weather that you remember. And one of my first kind of adventures out, I live on the south coast, and I did one of the highest peaks on the South Downs Way, which is Butser Hill, and I drove over there. Quite a drive for me, nothing compared to Scotland, but it was about an hour's drive, and it was torrential rain, completely clouded over, and I was sat in the car thinking, what am I doing? I should just go home. And then I thought, no, I've driven all this way, I've got all my wet weather gear, I'm going to go for it. And it was such a memorable experience, being battered and swept around on the top, and it was just so much fun. I loved it. This is quite beautiful. Just look at this view. Wow. I haven't even really got into the heart. It's just going to get better and better this way. It may be Mount Keene behind that cloud, like in between the two, the third one. Oh, it looks good. They're proper peaks, aren't they? Look at that, boy. Not sure if it's a feature of the Cairngorms, but they're not particularly, there's no like apex to the hills. They're very kind of large hills with a kind of plateau on top, which isn't a bad thing. It just, I think that's just the nature of the kind of the geography of the landscape. Whereas when you go to like Wales and I'd imagine other parts of Scotland, the photos that I've seen, they seem quite, there's like they become rocky, and there's like a point to them at the top. Whereas these are just very big hills. Beautiful though. Still on this path. The landscape is still stunning. There's a couple of buildings up there. I think that smaller one may be a bothy. Not sure what the one on the right is, but hopefully it comes out on camera. But just where that cloud is, well, the many clouds, but on the left hand side you can just see the start of a path. I'm wondering if that is Mount Keene path. Definitely see quite a distinct path up that side there. and then it goes going into a cloud. But I think the trouble is it's nearing 10 o'clock and the clouds don't particularly look like they're clearing. If anything, that looks like rain over there. So it's not like I should wait for it to clear. It's just going to be a cloudy day. But you never know what it's like on the top. You can see there, like there's low-lying cloud, and then you can see the ridge. It might not even be that path, so we'll see. So this is the start of Mount Keene. They're calling it Glen-esque by them. There does seem to be another one up there as well, but that looks very boggy. But on the... So Mount Keene is there. We've walked 2.5 hours, 7.5 miles. Got the climb to go. Really, you could cycle that and then make it a 15-mile bike ride and then a 4-mile hike. But I don't have a bike, so I've hiked it all. Looking forward to this, really am. On the mount path now. It's not the easiest of terrain, but it's better than stepping stones, but it's not, yeah. That's quite a view, wow. Beautiful. Quite a weird bit back there, there's a brand new bridge, and then you walk around the corner, and then it looks like you walk over another bit of a stream. It's like, where's the path gone? And then you continue a bit round and you've got to like skirt round the edges of the river and then you come back onto this path. They must be still doing work there. Oh, this is going to be awful. Lovely stones though, look at those. Mini pit stop with a view like this. Can't be bad. It's just out of this world, isn't it? It's crazy. I think the clouds actually make it better somehow. It adds something to the environment, doesn't it? It's stunning. This is hard going though, so yeah, but the views make up for it. Going up into the clouds. Oh, that's hard work. Probably about the same level as we were yesterday on Mona Gowan, which was around 2,400. So I think we've got about a mile to go. So, and this is 3,050. Actually, the gradient's got slightly better. Just got to take your time, really. We're in the cloud now. You can almost see the line down there, where the edge of the cloud is. Quite cool. Space landscape. Oh, that was hard going. I think it's kind of semi-plateaued at the top. I will say this for the Scottish government or nature people, their paths are excellent. They really are. You know, I can't imagine this being that busy. Maybe it is in peak summer, but excellent path. Shame there's zero view. This kind of makes it though, doesn't it? Kind of. People walking off a cliff in a minute. This isn't the final bit, but it's quite an interesting bit. With the clouds, there's so many false summits. You think, oh yeah, that's it there. And then it plateaus and then there's a bit more. And it goes further back. I think even on a clear day, from down below you wouldn't be able to see the summit. It's so far back. It's a good 2 miles back. Or up and back, I suppose. Oh. It's getting windy up here. Finally, that's 2.5 miles. If there was a view, I'm sure it'd be quite nice. A little bit rainy at the top here. Oh, I'm knackered. I was planning on extending the route, going along the ridge line, but with this weather, I haven't really researched it enough. And it's already like 9 3/4. I want to get up here. They're not slimy, it's just they're not particularly steady. Camping that hovel. Oh, Mount Keene. Just imagine a nice little valley down there. Some peaks over here. Oh, and there might even be a lock over there, maybe. Beautiful. I'm going to sit down, have a Fanta, have an apple, have a sandwich, then head back down. Semi-breaking the clouds down there. You can just about make out the path. Got my walking sticks out now, so it's a little bit easier on your knees. And as it's so far down, it makes sense to save your knees as best as possible. We are quite high up. I can't even see the stream really. Clouds clearing a little bit. Just see the valley down there. Look at this place. Wow. Just epic. Heading back now. That's where I've been, all the way up where that path is, all the way around, and then where the clouds are. Mount Keene. Stunning. And as I was coming down, more and more of the landscape was behind the clouds was being revealed, which is probably the better way of doing it actually, because if you're walking up and it's not a nice clear day, it's not like you have to almost stop to look behind, don't you? Unless the view is to the side of you. Yeah, just a long walk back now. Back in the forest. Everything looks different this way. I think where the sun's kind of come up and it's a bit lighter, less fog around. These beautiful trees here. Type of forest that you think, if this was in America, a bear would have come out from somewhere. About an hour to go now. It's hard going on the feet. This is where we stopped before actually. Ancient woodland. Seen a fair few cyclists, they've got the better idea. The only trouble is where to lock your bike up at the bottom of Mount Keene. There's not many options unless you just lock it together with other people's bikes, I suppose. It is quite a long walk to go out there to steal someone's bike, but you never know. Saw some quite expensive electric bikes go past. Been a nice walk. Very varied weather and landscape. I think if only this path here was slightly shorter, rather than 18-19 miles, it could be like 15. That would be much better, but still good.